Yes, you can use WhatsApp for database reactivation agents. There's a lot of talk in the space at the minute about database reactivation, getting lists of people's old leads, sending to them. And a lot of that focus has been on SMS. But in my communities, there's been a constant question of, can I do it with WhatsApp? And for me here in Dubai, WhatsApp is certainly bigger than SMS. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of the key considerations for setting up WhatsApp to do database reactivation for your clients. So let's dig in. Starting in the WhatsApp add-on here in GHL. So there's the add-on that you can get, I think it's about $10 a month. Add it to a sub account. So that $10 per month is per sub account. Once you're in there, you'll be requested to connect a number. Now that could be a number that you've already got through GHL, or if you've got a number separately or your client has a number, you can try and connect that in. For database reactivation, the whole structure, the whole reason is to try and activate old leads, which means we have to do the outbound step first. The opposite side of this is speed to lead, where people are messaging in, maybe they're filling in a form and we can get the AI to pick up and have that conversation straight away. But database reactivation is reaching out to those people. They may be leads that were from 3 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, or longer. So we have to put ourselves in the best position, but we have to do that first outreach message. SMS is a lot easier. We just need to get any regulatory approvals and we create that first message and it's fine. WhatsApp is a little different. We have to create a marketing message template and get that approved by Meta. So obviously WhatsApp is owned by Meta. So that becomes the key part for our first outbound message. And you can see on my screen here, I'm in one of my sub accounts. I've got some messages, marketing messages already created specifically for doing database reactivation. So we've got the first one, which would be the main outbounds. Hi, this is Alice from Cheesecake Digital. Is this the same one? So when you're creating your marketing message templates, so the placeholders for values works a little differently. So this one, when I created the template, is relating to the contact's first name that I have in the contact record here inside GHL. So is this the same first name who previously inquired about AI assistance to help you grow your business? So these are set up for my agency business. I do a lot of the builds and the testing around my business just to see what I can get to work. So you can see this has been approved. I've also then got some bump messages in here, and I've got some related to sending calendar links and following up with people. Because the way that WhatsApp works is they think conversation windows. So if somebody messages in and that's the first message, it opens a window. You can then send messages back and forth for free for a period of time. But if there's no conversation window open and you're doing that first outbound message, yes, there's a cost to that, and you have to use a marketing message template. So the first thing for doing the database reactivation will be to create these templates, get them approved. Once they're there, we can move into using the workflows. Now, I know you may be thinking, well, but GHL has conversational AI. Can I not use that? And you can once the conversation has started. You still have to send that first outbound message in a workflow for somebody to be able to respond to it, and then your conversational AI could pick up that conversation, continue it, maybe trigger some other workflows, update some custom fields with details. You can also have that full conversation in workflows using ChatGPT to create the messages, sending them back and forth. If you've watched a couple of my other videos, I've gone into that in terms of using ChatGPT to create messages and also recording the conversation history. I'll link both of those videos at the end of this one in case you haven't watched them, but right now I just want to take you into a workflow to show you what I mean with setting this marketing message template to trigger the outbound. So let's get into an automation here. Database reactivation. So I'm starting the conversation. I've got to send that first outbound message. So I have my WhatsApp step here. So it's the first message. I have to choose the number that I am sending it from. So that will be the one that's linked to the WhatsApp add-on inside the GHL sub-account. And then I am selecting the template. If I tried to select freeform message and there was no conversation window open, it would fail. And I would see in the conversation history, the conversation box on the contact record that it was unsuccessful. The message couldn't be sent. So this is where we're starting to use our marketing message template. So I've got this one selected, showing me the preview here. If I need to edit the template, I would go into the WhatsApp add-on bit, the screens that were on previously. I could update the message and then it would reflect in here. So I've got this first message. This is that first outbound to get somebody to respond. And I've already mentioned conversation window. You open it. If somebody replies to that first outbound message, you can have a conversation back and forth. You can do it with the workflows. You can do it with a conversational AI. If you wanted to send bump messages, you will need to think about when you are sending them, how long you're waiting. Because if the conversation window is only open for 24 hours, how long are you waiting until you send a bump message? Because if you wait too long, the window will be closed, and therefore you will need to use another marketing message template to do an outbound as a bump message. And if I scroll down here a bit, I've actually got this structure set up. So this is doing now somebody who didn't respond after a wait period. I'm doing a customer service window check. That's the way that the action step or the node is here in GHL. And if the conversation window is open, I'm doing a free-form message. And I'm writing in there, okay, what's the content of my bump? I'm not sure if you saw my last message or not. I was wondering if you were still need help with AI assistance. But if the window is closed, I will then have to send a template. So I've got a path here for selecting my first bump template, which the contents are exactly the same, but it gives me that option to now say, great, if the conversation window is still open, I can send a free-form message, no cost. If the conversation window is closed, I still want to send that bump message. I know that there's going to be a cost, but I want to send it. I've selected the template for this message, and therefore it will be sent, even if that conversation window is closed. So these are a couple of quick ways of getting your database reactivation set up. You can create your marketing message templates. You can create your workflows if you want the full conversation that way. If you want to use the conversational AI, again, you can do that, but you'll still have to create a workflow to send that first outbound message with your marketing message template so that the conversational AI can pick up on any responses. So this quick look at WhatsApp for database reactivation, it is absolutely possible. Just a couple of key considerations for that outbound message, the first one, and any bumps you want to do, and that there is a little charge for each of those marketing message templates that you send. But in comparison to an SMS, it's a lot cheaper. And so for me, I'm a big fan, because of where I am in the world, of WhatsApp, and this is one of the things that I have added to my toolkit. I mentioned earlier that I've got other videos around using the ChatGPT step and creating conversations and the workflows to support that, and about logging and recording the conversation history that your AI agents have inside GHL. So at the end of this video, I'll be linking you to both of those if you haven't watched them yet. They're there for you. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.